Okay, cool. So how's everyone feeling? I hope you guys had a good break for the past hour and a half. I hope you're taking a break.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
Everybody's just mumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem very convinced there that everyone took a break.
I mean, I didn't go to sleep till like 2, so I just played Animal Crossing instead of taking a nap so I can get on a good sleeping schedule.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing too. Send me your friend code.
Got you.
Okay. Sorry, hang on. So
How do I change the background on Zoom?
sorry, I was eating ice. I didn't want that to be in the recording.
What's it called? Mukbang?
Yeah, you can do the background in like where you know where it says stop video at the bottom left.
On the bottom, yeah.
And then if you press that, you can do choose virtual background.
Oh. Oh, I have to look for one.
Where's my...
I'm excited.
I'm sharing my screen. While you guys choose your background, I'm gonna set up my my thing. Can you guys see my code editor? Like, if it has a dark theme, like, is it better to do like a light theme?
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think dark is fine.
Okay. And I need to hide this thing. Okay, and then I'll just like make my text bigger. I'm like, it's kind of like, I don't know, because I guess it's the same thing as seeing your own screen. It's not like you're looking at it like on a projector, so I don't have to make the text so big. Okay. Anyways, hi guys, welcome to the senior checkpoint review. I hope your week was okay. And if you guys like are sitting in this room and you're feeling very tired, feel free to go if you want. It's not mandatory that you're here at all. So if you want to, like, if you're at some point, if you're ready to like go take a break, that's fine. Cool. So I put together a little demo. We're basically going to build a full stack CRUD app together, similar to what we did like 2 weeks ago, but with like some front end stuff. Before I start working on this, so I was wondering if you guys had any specific questions for me or anything like in particular you want to look over while we do this review.
Sorry. Is there any way that we can also like work and clone this so we can do it like alongside with you?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let me push up my latest changes, and then I could share the link to the repo.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Also, let me know if my volume, like the volume of my speaking, is too loud, or if you say something I can't hear you. I dropped my headphones in a cup of tea yesterday, so
oh no.
I feel like in some ways I can't hear everything. Anyways, here I'm gonna send the link to my repo. Okay, we are going to make a art-based CRUD app. So I've called this demo the Full Stack Museum.
Yay!
I figured Chelsea would like that. Okay. Is there any other questions?
Yes. So I definitely want to like understand more of the like how to make some like the routes connecting with the town, what's it called? I don't know how to pronounce it. The Redux and the front end, and then that way that they will refresh not refresh, re-render
Okay.
correctly.
Okay.
'Cause I thought I got it in one portion of the project, but then as I moved to like put and delete, then I struggle with that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then I'll put that like here, like like, because that's gonna be like posting from a form, and we're also gonna look at deleting. Hilda?
Oh, sorry. The link says still for the page is not found.
Okay. Oh, okay. I just need to change the security. When I'm sharing my screen, do you guys also see like yourselves, like the camera, or just my screen?
Just your
Also
screen.
the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see both.
Oh.
Really?
It really depends, like if you do full screen or not.
Yeah, I think it depends on your view, like their view options.
Oh,
I
okay.
think you can see if it's like a full gallery or just the speaker or
I see.
what.
Okay, I'm just gonna close my little view then, because I don't know if it's gonna show up in the recording. You could try that link again.
Okay, thank you.
Am I even recording? I'm so sorry, guys.
I think you are. I'm seeing in the corner that you're recording.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna start. And throughout this, at any time, like if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me. I was kind of like the one who was really fighting for us to do our review just as a learning team, because I'm like, I think it's better environment to ask questions as opposed to like if we were like 40 people in a Zoom room. So yeah. Okay. So we're gonna start. I made these requirements based on the requirements for the JPFP. They're a little, I mean, there's like obviously not, it's not like a comprehensive, but just to get us started, and then you could keep working on the functionality from there. So first we're going to start with our models. As I said, this is gonna be like a museum. So we're gonna have a painting model and then an artist model. So we'll make those models, and then after that, we're gonna do a little stuff to seed the database, and then we'll move on to the API routes, and then we'll move on to the front end. But let's handle this stuff first. So to create a model, we're gonna go into our server folder, then into DB, and then into painting. Okay, so same thing that we did last time. We're gonna pair program, so let me know what I should write here.
Is that what SQLize have to be like what's it SQLize, and then I forgot the
Require.
yes.
Yeah.
SQLize, okay. And then we will also, what else do we need here?
The database.
Okay, so get DB. Oops. Supplier. Okay, so we're gonna do like const painting equals DB define, right? Define paintings. Okay. Actually, like I guess I could just keep going on this part because I feel like you guys are well versed in writing SQLize models. So I'm not gonna say like do a strict call and response for this part. Okay, so we need the name, the artist, and the year. Okay, so we're gonna do name, and that's gonna be type. Well, tell me, what do you think the name should be?
A string.
Okay. So we'll do SQLize.string, and then we're gonna do allow null false, right? We want the name. And then can you guys tell me how we could do a more specific validation to make sure not only is it not null, but it's also not empty?
Validate, not empty.
Cool. Not empty, true. Okay, so we have the name. I'm gonna say the artist is probably gonna be the same, like the same validations as the name. So the artist. Okay, and then we're gonna say the year is gonna be type, sequelize. Oh, okay, what do you guys think for the year?
Integer.
Integer. Okay, we'll also do allow null, false, and I guess it'll also, we don't want it to be empty either. Cool. What am I missing here? Okay, that's fine. Cool. And then what do we have to do at the end of every file?
Export it.
Export. Exports equals painting. Okay, so that's our painting model. That's this looks pretty good. Okay, so we could say we've done this, we've done this, oops, this, and this. Okay, so let's do the artist model now. It'll be very similar, so we'll just go through it really fast. Okay, so same thing, we're gonna require these guys at the top. And then we're gonna do const artist equals db.define artists. Okay, so we want the name, country, and dates. So we'll say, let's grab like this whole part because this is gonna be the same. Name, country, will also be the same, so we could just grab this. And the dates, dates I'm gonna say we'll do as a string, even though it's gonna be numbers. It's really gonna be something like 1862, 19 something. So in that case, I think it will be a string. I don't know if you guys can think of a more elegant way to save dates as in our database. We could do like a range, right?
I mean, is the paintings gonna interact because our year is an integer? I don't know. Like if we're gonna scroll down, it's like, oh, this painting was made in 1960. I don't know how we're gonna connect each other yet. So I don't know if having one a string and one an integer that deals with like years or dates will like interact, I guess.
Yeah, I think okay, that's a really good point. I'm gonna say for now, for the sake of simplicity, we'll just keep it as a string because it's gonna be like a range, and then later down the line we can refactor this if needed. But I don't want to like spend a lot of time thinking about how to do a range. So let's keep moving forward. Oh my god, mod. I think for like like your senior project, that's something that you really should think a lot about. But for our 1 hour demo, I think we could just keep moving. Okay, artists.
They're kind of more like descriptive anyway, right? Because we wouldn't necessarily be using them for like altering them because it's just dates
like
that they're alive.
yeah. Like I'm thinking like maybe if there was some sort of filtering thing, like if you wanted to filter like whatever. Right. But you could also manipulate the string later and get those years. But you know that we're not gonna do anything like that today, so we could just not think about it. Okay, so we did the artist model, we did the name, oh my god, country, dates. Okay, so we're gonna start our routes. Okay, so I already, oh my gosh, so I already made like a file here for the painting routes, but we are gonna have to connect this file to our API, like to make like a sub route. So can you guys tell me what I should write here to get like /API/paintings, for example?
App.use.
Oops. Is it gonna be app.use or?
Oh wait, sorry. I was thinking of something else. You said to get the information.
We're going. It is gonna be like .use, but we're in this like sub file now.
Okay.
Like router.use.
So we're gonna do router.use. Okay, and then we want like, let's do paintings first, right? So we're gonna do like /paintings, and then we're also going to. I've seen some where they require it here, but I don't really like how that looks. So I'm gonna say const painting routes equals require dot /painting routes, and we're gonna say, okay, to get to /API, whatever, we're already mounted on /API here. To get from /API to /API/paintings, we're gonna use painting routes. So everything defined in this file, and we're also going to later on have an artist route. So I could just say artist for now, and then I know I will call this like artist routes. Let's just make the file now so we don't get an error. And we're gonna say const artist routes equals require /artist routes. Okay, cool. So we've done this like, you know, a dozen times. So is this clear, like, to everyone, like what's going on here? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go on to our painting routes. Okay. So what should we write here? So I have nothing in this file yet.
You have to call the model.
What are we? DB. What did I call it? Painting? Okay. Painting. Okay. What else?
Yeah, do like const router equals require express dot router invoked.
Cool. Okay. So let's write our first route. We know we want to get all paintings. So we're going to do a router dot get, right? We're going to say we want this to be on the like home, like not the home, but just like API/paintings. And then we're going to do rec res next. Cool. So we're going to say this is to get all paintings. We're going to do a try catch block. Oops. Error. We're going to pass the error to next. Okay, so can you guys tell me what I should write in the try block here?
You can save it in a variable. You can do const paintings or all paintings.
Okay.
Then you can do painting.final.
Aim.find all. Okay, we're missing one thing here.
Yeah, make it async.
Await.
Yeah. Cool, and then we're just going to send that back, and you know what? Let's just send it back as a JSON. Cool, and then, okay, what's this? New line, okay. And then before we can write our other route, what's like the one thing missing here too?
Export it.
Exports equals router. Cool. Okay, so let's, before we keep going, I just realized I never started my thing. So let's start, oops. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's start our project and let's try to visit that route and just to make sure we are not getting any errors. Cool, we are getting an error. Router.use requires a middleware function, but got a object. I think we're getting that because we already declared this, but there's nothing in that file. So just for now, maybe we could just comment that out. Okay, cool. Okay, let's just try to go to that route. We're not going to get anything yet because there's nothing in our database. But let's just make sure we're able to, not campuses. Let's just make sure we're able to get there.
No, I think I'm gonna be doing campuses and
Yeah.
maybe campuses for a long time.
I feel like I just keep thinking about how weird that word is.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
said it so many times.
For the longest, like towards the end, I could not figure out for the life of me how to spell async. I was kept mistyping it every time, and I was just like, wow.
I don't even know. My fingers are like, just go.
Okay, so there's nothing here because there's nothing in our database yet. So let's quickly like seed some data. Okay, so we're gonna make a few paintings. Okay, let's do. Oh, we also need to require. I'm just gonna do this really fast because you're not gonna have to seed your own database during the checkpoint. So,
Are you sharing this at the end or something?
what happened?
Are you sharing this this repo, like the solution after?
Yeah.
I was gonna follow along and type with you. I feel like it's what it is.
/DB/artist. Okay, so we'll do. Oh wait. Oh my god, my computer is going so slowly. Create. Okay, so if the painting has a name, it has a artist. We'll put this in a year. Okay, Chelsea, give me a painting we should put in here.
Oh my gosh, I'm only thinking of really depressing ones. Guernica?
Wait, that's what I was gonna say. Who is that? Is that Picasso?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what year. I don't
know when was the Spanish Civil War.
I don't know. Let's just put like 1922. What am I missing here? Okay. What I have this linting stuff is so annoying. Okay, that's fine. Okay, painting. Okay, let's do. Okay, I'm gonna say. No, never mind. Okay, we're gonna do like the Mona Lisa. What happened?
1937.
Okay, thank you. Can you look up the information about the Mona Lisa?
The what? I'm joking. Yes.
But I'm gonna look it up. Oh geez. Okay, it's Da Vinci.
1503, roughly.
Okay. And then let's do one more. Oh geez, I'm sorry. I just realized that we have the artist here, but we also have an artist model. So it's not even necessary that we put the artist here, right? Because we could just set an association.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's just remember to do that. But let's not worry about artists. Okay, what's the last painting we should do, guys?
Art.
Let's do like a fun one. Let's do like dogs playing poker. Oh, we're not even gonna do dogs playing poker. We're gonna do Mika's dog playing poker. Okay, and then we'll do wait. Okay, so we know that we are going to have a association between the paintings and the artist. So we're gonna say like, okay, we'll have the name, dates. I have no idea. I'm just gonna say like, oh no. So we'll just like make sure we set the association in our index for our database, and then we'll come back to the seed and make sure that those associations are set for the instances specifically. So we'll do artist.create. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and then we also need an artist. Oh, we'll just say Leonardo da Vinci did the Mika's dog playing poker. Okay, so that will seed a few artists in. Let's just run the seed to make sure that that's gonna work. Okay, paintings. Okay, that's cool. Dang it. It's saying painting artist cannot be null, and that's because we did this part here, but we don't need that, so we're just gonna comment it out. Okay, artist.country cannot be null. Cool, because I forgot to do that.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. Okay, and let's open our Postigo just to make sure that those guys are in there. Sorry guys, I really should have done the seed beforehand when I was preparing this demo, but like we were really going back and forth between the fellows, like if we were gonna do single learning teams. I was like, I don't even know how far I should do this demo. Okay, so this is in here, and our paintings are also in there. So let's go back and set some associations. We don't need this. Let's just close this for now, and let's close our JSON. Okay, not this one either. We are missing an RDB index. We're gonna do const artist equals required artist. Okay, so what do you guys think is the association between paintings and artists?
Painting belongs to artist. And then artist could have, like, artist has many paintings.
Okay, cool. And then we'll also do here, okay. So let's do the seed again, and let's see if our foreign key gets set. If there's like a foreign key shows up here. Cool, so we have a artist ID on the painting. That's cool. So let's go into our seed and make sure we are setting the association. 1 second. Let me just see if this works. If I could do artist ID is cool. So let's do artist ID is 1, and let's say Picasso also did make his dog playing poker, and then we'll say okay, cool. So that's our seed. Awesome. Let's just run that again. Cool, and we should be good here. Cool. Okay, so now let's get back to our routes. Back to our painting routes. Oh yeah, so so the whole point of doing this was to see if our route is working, right? So let's start the server again. Cool, and we'll go here. Nice. Okay, so we're getting all the paintings, and then we can mark that off here, get all paintings. Okay, let's just, while we're here, do the get single painting by ID. So what's going on? Okay, so we're gonna do router.get, and we'll say painting ID, and we'll do res next. Okay, and as always, this is asynchronous. We're gonna do a try, and then we're gonna do a catch, and then we're gonna do next, pass the error to next, and then we're gonna say const, we'll say found painting equals await painting dot find by PK, and we're gonna get the PK where?
Rec.params.id.
Rec.params. We're gonna get rec.params.painting ID because we're gonna match what's here.
Right.
Okay, and then we're just gonna do res.json that found painting. Cool. And then if we try doing API/painting/2, we should expect to see just the Mona Lisa. Awesome. Cool. So that's our painting routes done. Let's do our artist routes real quick. It'll be like the same idea. So we could do const artist equals require, oh my gosh, require dot slash
Is there a reason why sometimes I notice that when I'm working on different like models, I have to use like find one instead of like find by ID, or like I have to write it differently? Is that because of the way things are set up at the beginning, or
like the difference between like find one and then find by PK?
not a difference. It's like sometimes I feel like, you know, I know like if I do find by ID and I put rectaparams, that the ID name that we put in it should work. But sometimes like when you work like for instance in this project, I have to do like find, that wasn't working. But when I did like find where find where ID is ID, that worked. Is there a reason why sometimes like in this, I guess could it be that it's just like the way that some of the files are, or is it like the relationship or what? Like,
so there could be like a few things about that. One could be that some workshops might be in Sequelize version 4. I was just looking at this, where they don't do find by ID. They do, Sequelize v5 does find by PK, but Sequelize v4 does find by ID.
Okay.
So it might be that in that repo, it might have been using an older version, or perhaps a newer version where it just wasn't like the right like function name.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why like the find one might have worked.
Yeah.
I got that error message sometimes using find one that it was like not a legit function or something, and then it was because of the version.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. But that's probably it.
Makes sense. Cool.
Okay, I'm just gonna write these like pretty quick because we just did it and I want to keep going on to the next part. So if you guys want to take this moment to get some water or something, I'm just gonna be basically writing the same the same thing we just wrote except for artists.
Good question, guys. Why do we submit the video? Is there? You guys know, like where we submit that?
Where or when?
Where?
I think it might say it in the README. I think when I did it, we had to upload it to YouTube and then post the YouTube link in our in somewhere in the repo.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I put in my README because I thought it was due at noon, so I like did it really fast and I just pushed everything.
I will do it after this. I want to add some more seed data. Mm.
Mark that first. Cool. Okay, let's just check this. Okay. We're not. You're getting API route not found. Can you guys tell me why that might be?
Wait, what was that?
So right now, if I go to this API route, I'm getting API route not found.
Oh, you commented it out.
Yeah. Cool. Nice debugging. Nice. Okay, and then we'll do API/artist/2, and then we'll get just DaVinci. Okay, and then one more thing before we finish routes. Let's say I want to include all the paintings from this artist. How could I do that?
I think you do it in the find all. You can do include.
Okay. How would that go? It'd be like include. It's
no,
like.
then you say include an artist or in the paintings.
Oh, we have to. Hang on. We have to require our painting model here, right? Because we're gonna do it in this one because we're saying every time we find all artists, we want to make sure we get all their paintings.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
yeah. So we're gonna say model painting. Okay, let's see if this works. What happened? Okay, cool. So we're getting every painting for every artist. Sweet. And then if we go here, we don't get that anymore. I think it's also important to include the paintings for when we're looking up one. So we could just paste that in here too. Let's see if this works. What am I missing?
Like a dot.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. Okay, cool. And then we will do one. Okay, nice. So we are good on our artist API routes. Cool. Now we're going to move on to the front end. Before I do that, does anyone have any questions?
For the find all, when you did like include, can we look at that one more time?
Yep.
Oh, so you're just saying include all the painting model.
Yeah. So this is
Okay,
saying like for every artist include, because since we set an association before between artists and paintings, we just have to specify what we want to include here.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't we don't have to like worry about like getting the ID because like it's already connected.
Yeah. Since like we already set the associations, they're already connected. There are, I think you could do like include another model. Like for example, like I want to include every model of museum where it's like something like where there is no association. But since like in this case we have set associations between our two models, and I believe in the senior checkpoint there won't be like some random other model. You'll just have to do it and include like this.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
If it's a many-to-many relationship, does that change how we have to include the models, or?
So for a many-to-many, the many-to-many is a bit complicated because there's going to be a through table.
Right.
In which case I think it's similar in how you include. We could look in the CLI's docs. I don't think in the senior checkpoint there is a many-to-many. It's probably just going to be this one-to-many.
Okay.
So
I don't want to waste our.
Yeah, let me. There wasn't a many-to-many in the JPFP, right?
No.
Okay, so I could get back to you on that because I'm also interested. But for now, let's just keep moving on.
Yeah. Sounds
okay.
Good.
Cool. Okay. Anything else?
Thank you for doing this. You're awesome.
Yeah. No problem. It has been a kind of crazy week for me, like in my personal life. So it's kind of nice to just do some like focus on like work. So it's fine. It's truly is fine. Okay, so okay, so we're done with this back end stuff. What's this? Okay, we're done with this. Okay, let's move on to the front end. We're just gonna kind of follow the same flow as like JPFP. We're gonna do show all paintings, show all artists, single painting, single artist, and then after that we could do a form. And from there, I feel like we're pretty good because okay, if we're gonna do a CRUD app, the posting is to create, R is read, so that's all this. U is update. Oh, so we'll make sure we do like a put.
Yes, please.
Put a. How do you even say this? Put. I'm just gonna say update.
Yeah.
Update a record and then delete.
It was hard to like commit in a put because usually I started like update this by, and then I'm like, oh no, it's a put request. So I don't know if that made sense. Like doing the put and then it was hard to do that commit comment in that.
Oh yeah. Like, oh, update this thing, but it's also like
input, like it's just.
Oh wait, let me okay, speaking of a commit, let me commit. Okay, so I'm gonna say feature add back, no, not add back, create models for printing and artists and write routes.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Cool. Okay, so let's go on to the front end. We're gonna go into app, we're gonna go into components. I already made a routes file that is like melting in here. But let's do we're gonna call this all paintings. And let's go to our homepage. It has nothing on it. Shouldn't it say Full Stack Museum? Let's see, routes. Okay, main is going to routes file. Routes is here. Hello? What happened to our main page?
I think the internet just giving up.
What happened?
The internet's just giving up. It's like, forget it.
Yeah. What happened here? Connection closed before res and flush.
Router.
Okay, well, hang on. Let's just make sure that this whole React thing isn't like broken. Let's just try to render in H1 what is going on. What's happening? Like my whole server is like restarting. Okay, I guess. Okay, it's fine. Let's just write like one route. I wonder if because it is like a route file, it should detect that there is some content here. I'm not really sure why it's not, but it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna write a, let's just write a class-based component in case, okay, yeah, we might eventually need to change, like have state here. For example, if we wanna delete a painting, we will need to have state, like local state to the component. So let's just do a class-based component. I downloaded this, not this. I downloaded this like extension for VS Code to do like code snippets for React components. So if you see me doing that, that's what I'm using. Okay, so we're gonna do all paintings, and let's just make sure our route is working. All paintings. Okay, so let's go to here into our routes file, and we're going to import all paintings from. Okay, so we're going to say our route is going to be route 2 /paintings component. Okay, right? Does this look right to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Paintings? Paintings? What's going on here? 304, not modified. Okay, so we are getting the bundle. We're getting the bundle. Oh, did I? Okay, I commented the spec in, so that's fine. What's going on?
Do we need to say exact path or?
Let's try that. I don't think that's the issue. Oh wait, it's not 2. I'm sorry, path.
Oh.
Okay. I don't know why my server is like restarting every time. Okay, React children only receive, okay, first problem, I gotta get this thing out of here. Okay, refresh. A router may only have one child element. Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, because you have to put it separate, right? You have to do it like on top of it.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Okay, so here we are. We're at all paintings. Here's my great typing. Okay, so yeah, so like I guess if I wanted to have like some other content on the page, I would need to do it like this, right? And I would do like which one? Why is this restarting? Okay, cool. Okay, so that's why you gotta check your console, your browser console for errors. Okay, so we're here. We're going to get all paintings. Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to try to get the data first? In a component did mount, and then once we got that working, we'll write the Redux stuff, or should we just write the Redux stuff like from the beginning?
Either way works. I think for me, either way works.
Okay. Okay, let's just write it. Okay, let's write it in the Redux files. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay, so we know that there will be a component did mount, right? Because we do, like when this component loads, we are gonna wanna dispatch something. So we'll just leave a space for that. Like we know here, we will dispatch something like fetch all paintings or something. And we know that we are gonna have to write some other stuff in this file. I think maybe it would be a good idea to do the Redux stuff, like in the Redux files first, then we'll come back. Okay, so let's close this. Let's close this. Okay, so we're in Redux, we have our index. Right, I set this up so we could do combine reducers. So here's our index file. We know that when all these reducers are combined, there will be a piece of state called paintings. So I've created another file called paintings to deal with that. And when I do Redux things, I like to already split up my file with comments. So at the top will be action types, then action creators, thunk creators, and then the initial state, and then the reducer at the bottom. So let's write, I think the first thing to do is write some initial state. We know paintings is gonna be, well, tell me, what do you guys think will be the shape of the data for when we fetch all paintings?
Probably in an
Array
Mm-hmm.
of objects.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with the initial state of an array. And then like eventually like the array will be populated with objects, but for now this is good. We'll say state equals initial state, and then we're going to also take an action into our reducer. Cool, and then let's say the default case for our reducer, I'm sorry, not default, for our switch, we're gonna switch on action.type, and on default, we're just gonna return the state. Okay, so can you guys walk me through how can we write all the different parts for fetching all the paintings?
We can start with the action type.
Okay. What should we call it?
Get paintings or something.
Paintings. Okay, and then our action creator. Oh, actually, is this gonna be a operation to get all the paintings? Is that gonna be something that we're gonna need to write a thunk for?
Yeah, we do, because you had to fetch, you had to like get the information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. So I'm gonna say instead of doing like get paintings, I like for when I know I need to use a thunk, I usually say something like got paintings, like a past tense, meaning like, okay, we're going to dispatch the thunk, then we're gonna do something and get some data, and then we're gonna dispatch an action that says that we got the paintings, and here's the paintings that we got. So we're gonna say const, so our action creator, this is gonna be the one that's dispatched after we get the data, so I'm gonna say got paintings equals, it's gonna get paintings in an argument, and it's gonna return an object that has type got paintings. Sorry?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just saying I think that it needed an S.
Oh, I see. Paintings. Cool. So let's do our thunk. So I'm gonna say this is called const get paintings. It's gonna be a function that returns a async function that takes dispatch as an argument. Okay. Then we are going to return, actually let's wrap this in parentheses. So we are gonna return an object from here that's gonna have type, oh wait, what am I doing? Not return an object. We're going to dispatch our got paintings function, and we're gonna have some paintings in there. So now we're gonna find out, like here, we're gonna get paintings. So how are we gonna do that?
Using for Axios.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
You can add it into a variable and then do an await. Well, you're doing it inside the return, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can create a variable there. Name it paintings or rest, yeah. And then await Axios that get and start going to API paintings.
Yep. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get some JSON back from here, and instead of sending just paintings here, we'll send back res.data. Cool. So, oh, and then we also make sure we're gonna export this thunk because we're gonna have to use that in another file. Last part, we're gonna add a case in our reducer. So we're gonna say the case is got, I'm getting some errors, it's fine. Got paintings. And it's gonna return action dot paintings. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna, now that we've exported this, let's save and import it into our all paintings. My computer is Redux. What's going on here? // Redux /. Okay, so now we've got this bunk that we want to dispatch imported here. So what do we have to add to this file to make it ready to do some Redux stuff?
Connect and
React Redux, okay, and then we're gonna export default connect, and we're gonna export our all paintings component. Okay, so we are gonna need our map dispatch, right? Because we're gonna want to dispatch something here. And then we're also gonna need our map state, right? Because we're gonna dispatch an action, it's gonna update the state, and we're gonna grab that state to render out all paintings. So let's do const map state is a function that returns an object. And same thing for our map dispatch. We'll fill those in. So let's do map state. Okay, so let's handle our map dispatch first. So we're gonna call it, I always call my prop the same name as the function. Oh, and then we're gonna take dispatch as a argument. Okay, so let's try to dispatch when we mount this component and see if our state gets updated. This.props.get paintings. And I think they did set, in this file, they did set up the Redux logger. Yeah, okay. So that should show in our console. Okay, cool. So we did get paintings, prop paintings, and our paintings are here in our state. Sweet. So we want to grab this piece of state off of our store. So we're also going to map state here, get state as an argument, and we're just going to call it paintings, and it's going to be equal to state.paintings. Okay. Okay, so we're going to say, let's say this one is H2. Okay, so let's render out our painting. So what should be right here?
sorry. You can do this at props painting.
Okay, so then for each painting, we're going to return. Let's return a div, and we'll give a key to be the painting.id, and we will give the name. So we'll do painting.name. painting.art. Oh, well. I guess I wouldn't be painting the artist, right? Because we don't have that. So we would have to do like an include there. Let's just keep moving though, because I think we kind of get like how to do that. So we'll just render out the name.
Cool.
Why is this not working? Cool. So we have our 3 paintings here. Sweet. So this what we just did about doing the Redux stuff and then like doing the map state and map dispatch, that's gonna be the same exact thing for artists. I think you guys, do you guys like kind of get like this flow? This is sort of like you know,
Yeah.
this is like what's in the JPOP. So I feel like this is fine. So I don't think I'm going to do it again for artists because we got that. Do you guys want to see me do one for like showing a single painting, or should we move on to like forms? Because that's kind of like a more complicated thing.
Yes.
Definitely forms. Like
Okay.
update and delete was really hard.
Okay, so let's do that.
Oh, I have one super quick question. If we were
Yeah.
going to show the painting, like the artist who's associated with the painting, that like through our includes, we're just like accessing that as the object.
What do you mean?
Like like in our JSON that we sent, we have like, if we looked at like if we console logged paintings, then wouldn't each of them would also have an artist like attached?
Yeah. Same thing like how our artist JSON has like the paintings key. Like it would be like the other way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's take like a 3-minute break because I gotta get some water. And then when we come back, I will walk through doing a form to do a post, and then we will do a put, and then we'll do a delete.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I will, let me, how do I open the menu? Okay, I'm just gonna come back in a sec. Here we go. Okay, I'm back. Is everyone here?
E.
Yeah.
Well, I am.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's do it. This is gonna be something I'm probably gonna have to open up some docs for because it's not something I do very often, but that's okay because that's what it is. Okay, so we're gonna make. I know in the JPFP they had you do like a form, like another form component. Let's do it like here at the top, right? That way we can also demonstrate how to do this without doing a refresh. Yeah, okay, we could do a form and then have the state here. Okay, we're just gonna write some kind of messy code and just write the form here, and then we'll refactor later because it'll be easier to demonstrate like what's going on with the state and stuff. Okay, so let's form a constructor, and we know we're gonna have state, and it's gonna be something. We're probably gonna need, we're gonna need all the information for the paintings. We're gonna need the name and what else did you say? Name and the year. And we do that as a number, so let's do it like this. Okay, so let's say we will make a new section here for the form. Is it called field? Field set? Do you even have to do a field set?
Yes, but form.
Field set is good for like really long forms. We're just gonna take a few pieces of information, so I think it's fine. So our form is going to take two pieces of information. Is that right? Are we missing a piece of information for our painting? The name and the year. Oh yeah, because artist. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm like, this doesn't seem right, but I guess it is. Okay, so we'll take an input, and it'll be text. Are we missing something here? So there's going to be an on change for our input that's going to update the state for our component here. And then there'll be an on submit for our form. And then, what am I missing here? Is there going to be like
value and so
yeah, okay, yeah, because we're gonna need the value, which is gonna be this dot state dot name.
And do we need the name?
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
The name, like the name for the input?
Yeah. So like name would be name and then name would be year.
Okay, so we said we need an on change, so let's write that here.
You need like an input button to submit.
Happen?
Like an input button or something to submit the form.
Oh yeah. So and then we'll do there's also like input button. Yeah, okay. Or is there like an input type submit? Okay. Let's save this. Let's make sure this is
like a button type submit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's going on here? My VS Code. Thank you. So many types. Expected on line 20. Oh. Cool. 0 here. Okay. Failed prop type. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna write our on change. Okay, so what should I write here?
This sets that set state. And you can add the an event. You have to pass an event argument, and then you do an event that target that name equals event that target that value.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this, wait.
I didn't add it into that.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys. On change. Oh, and one more thing that we're missing here, we need to also bind this. Hang on. usually I call this like handle change, just to be clear, like this is a function. So this dot handle change equals this dot handle change dot find this. And then we'll do on change is going to be a function. It's gonna call this dot handle change, and it's gonna take E. Oops.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, this is really annoying. Cool, and then we can also check our state. Do you guys use this React Dev Tools? It's pretty good.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, I just console.log like a whole ton of
Yeah,
stuff
yeah, yeah.
yesterday.
Okay, so if you note here, we can see our state, and as we update here, some new state. Yay. Cool. So that's a controlled form. So now that we have this information, and we have it on state, now we're going to do something to handle posting it to our database.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make a new function here called handle submit. And let's make sure to find it. Okay, so in our handle submit, okay, let's do a on submit here so we do not forget. Okay, y'all, when we're doing a handle submit, what's like the first thing we need to remember to do?
Prevent default.
Yeah. And since we do need to do an e.prevent default, we'll also pass the event. Oops. We'll pass the event into the function. Okay. So we know that we have the information in our state. So we are going to do a post. Just for simplicity, I'm going to say let's do this post stuff in our component for now, just so we could make sure it works, and then do the thing where we have to update the view here. And then after, if we feel like we would like to, we can do it in Redux. Let's do, okay, so we're gonna do a post. So post is also going to return something. Oh, but it would also be helpful to write a post if we actually wrote that route. Okay, hang on. Let's save. Let's go back to the back end. Hey,
we're gonna be debugging for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually, like when I do this, I write like all the stuff, like everything, like at once. But I'm like, since we're doing I'm trying to do like a kind of condensed demo. I totally forgot about writing that route. So we'll say, okay, we'll do when we go into API/paintings, we'll do an async res next try and then catch. Okay, so we're gonna do const new. I like to say we're in a variable, so we'll do const new painting equals await painting dot create, and it's gonna be on our rec dot body. We will think like, let's make a new variable here that's something like name and year is gonna come off of rec dot body, and we could just pass name and year to painting.create. And now that we've done that, we will have to send something back. So we could do res.set status. It's 201, right? And then JSON our new painting back over. Okay.
You always have to do this set status or the send status for it to work, or would it work without it?
It would work without it. It's just I think this is more like a matter of convention. I think now Express also automatically sends a 201 status back. So this set status is not very important, but it depends. You might see some tests. They might expect you to send back a specific status code because you could also set like another number. So it just depends on the situation.
Cool. You can do that. You can also do just status, right? You can set status .201 instead of set status, or set status.
I think this will work too.
Okay.
There's some things that are like the Express stuff is kind of like changing, like a lot of stuff is changing like very fast. So I think status will work, and then set status will also work.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah. Cool. Set painting routes. That's fine. Okay, so let's do it here. Usually after I would write that, after I would write a post route, I would normally test it in Postman, but I'm gonna say, unless you guys can see any glaring errors, that this will work.
That's good.
Okay. Okay, so let's say our const new painting is gonna be this is also gonna be an asynchronous operation. So we're gonna await axios.post, and we're going to post. I'm gonna say we'll make a new variable here that's like painting info is gonna be the name, and we're getting that off this dot state dot name, and then the year where we're getting that off this dot state dot year. Okay. And then we'll post using that object. And let's just console log the new painting. So let's see if you're getting any glaring errors. Okay, so we're gonna say Basil, and we're gonna say 2020. Okay, we are getting a 404. What are we missing here?
Well, you're not sending it yet, so is that what it's supposed to do or something like it?
Well, we are doing a Axios post, right? So we should, given this information, we should be able to make something, and it would come back to us because we are sending it back.
Is it possible it's a problem because we set our, like, the artist field inside of paintings to not be null, and we're not passing in an artist field?
I think we took it out though.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I totally forgot about like association. So yeah, we only have name and year.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh no. Oh no, this is what happened last time.
No!
Wait. Wait, what's going on after this? Is there something after this?
I think it's just office hours.
Okay, so maybe okay, let's let it close, and then I'm gonna request them to put us back in the breakout room.
And wait, I have office hours.
Oh no! Okay.
Hours up. Can you do that 420? Is that too late?
Maybe we could just keep going, and then that part that you miss, you could see in the recording.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Let me message now to ask if we could be put back in.
Yeah, this counting down.
Yeah. Okay, let's return to the main. Hi.
Hello.
Why is this recording right
now?
Oh,
I'm recording because I'm still is there something after this? Like, are we doing something else now?
Office hour time?
Oh, could we keep going?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Absolutely. I just needed to make like the individual rooms again, but I'll just bear with me for a few seconds. Also, Shannon, if you're in here, yeah, you are. I know we have office hours. It's just going to be slightly delayed.
No, Noel, you could just like automatically assign everyone to a breakout room, and then just move anyone necessary to Mika with Mika.
My cat just failed at jumping. Sorry, she scared me. She just tried to jump off my desk, but she failed. Oh my God, she's off her game today.
Can we see her?
What?
Can we see her?
Yeah, I can show her. She's up there. Her cat tree is next to my desk, so she always jumps on my desk to the cat tree.
What's her name?
Bella.
Oh, she is pretty Bella.
I got her when I was a teenager, and I was in the Twilight phase when I was a teenager, so I called her Bella.
I was just gonna say, is it because of Twilight? I like had a deep, intense feeling that it was Twilight. I don't know why.
Slightly Twilight related, slightly. My dad also really loved that name because he's an old Italian guy, and he was like, "Oh, that's such a beautiful name, Bella." So
with the hand gestures too.
Yeah. He's a typical old Italian
So if we are doing admittance of stuff, I read through the entire Twilight series in under a week.
I read it twice. It's okay. I read it twice. I hate myself both times.
I didn't read it twice, but I read the whole series under a week.
I did. I read it twice too. I had actually never mind. I'll save this for hot seat.
I had an Edward Cullen poster on my ceiling.
I had a Jacob poster.
Oh, so you were
hashtag
Sorry, real
That's
quick,
what I heard.
Is Vanessa here?
Oh, cute. He's not broken at
Yeah,
all.
Vanessa's not here.
Okay.
I haven't seen her yet.
I couldn't do just the automatic reassignment, Ben, just so you know.
Oh,
It didn't make sense because then I have to go find the individual rooms and move them into Mika's, and it's not easy finding people.
That's fair. No worries. Whatever's easier.
It's all good. No worries. Honestly, I'll probably just do some office hours through Slack. That might just be easiest.
Take it. It's fine.
I see the chats like beeping, but I can't open it right now. So if anyone has anything pressing, please feel free to unmute.
I think they might be teasing Jalissa about her cat being named after Twilight.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
I
Sage
have
also
a
named her
present.
cat Bella. So we're twinsies now.
I was gonna name my dog Dobby Bella, but for Bellatrix. But then I was like, I don't want to do an evil character. I don't want to support that.
Okay, opening up rooms now.
Oh,
Wait, Noelle, can you look at your chat? I sent you a DM.
Yeah, I need a second.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait. Thank you.
no problem.
Okay, we're back. We lost Wilda. Maybe she just.
Oh no.
We're also gonna get Adriana wants to review with us too. So
Cool.
we'll wait for her. Am I still recording? Oh yeah, I am. Did you hear Noelle? She was like, "Why are we recording right now?" I'm like, "Oh, that's me." I was like, "Ugh, sorry."
Yeah, I think because you can see the recording on I never noticed it before.
Yeah. When I had it before, it doesn't say, but now that like I have Zoom open, it's like there's like a big thing here that says recording.
Mm-mm. Yay, with us back.
Hi, Olga.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Gianna.
Hi, thank you so much.
Hey. Okay, so to recap what we've done so far, we have written some route. Okay, we're making an app where we're gonna make a museum, basically with paintings and artists. Right now, we have written some routes to get all paintings, get a painting by its ID, and right now we're working on a form. So we have also written a post route. We did a component to render out all paintings, and now we're working on a form on that page to get some information to post it to our database. So, wait. Do you guys still see my screen?
No, not yet.
No, I don't see any.
Oh, okay. Let me do. Maybe I should just open VS Code. Okay, can you guys only see VS Code now?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I see both.
Huh?
I see both. I see you too. But I can.
I'm gonna close my video. Okay, so I found out in that small break about why this was not working, this post. Can you guys tell me why it might not work?
Where's the route?
Yeah. We're going to slash. Okay, so now, oh wait, hang on. I can't, I have to also share, I can't just share VS Code because I need to share the browser too. Hang on. Do you guys see my browser?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is this? Okay, so now we have added the route, and then we're going to include this information as the body. Let's refresh. Okay, so we're going to say Basil, and we're going to say 2020, and we're going to submit. And yeah, okay, so we're getting that response back, a 201, and we're getting this new painting we just created. And yeah, so this is what's getting console log. We might not want to see all this, so same thing. We can just call this not new painting or whatever, but we could just say res.data, which is more similar to how we were doing it in Redux. Like when we would do it in Redux. So let's do it like that. And then now that we have this new painting, so okay, we know we have this new painting and we want it to show up here. We want it to show up here without having to refresh the page. So could someone kind of walk me through, not like line by line, but like what would their approach be to solve this?
Well, I noticed that because you have the state, one thing that I realized was because you create the reducer that outdates the state. That if that's correct, then you only had to cut the get paintings and to send the. Do you add it in the bottom? Or do you add it into that state?
So right now I don't have any Redux stuff.
Okay.
So well, I only have like this get paintings. Mm-hmm. So maybe what we can do, right? Because since we already are starting to do Redux stuff and we are getting paintings from the store, it would be kind of difficult to just keep doing it here where we're just using this state. So maybe, yeah. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna move some stuff, like all this information to Redux. So we know this is working now. Not this one. So this And this, we're gonna move some stuff to Redux. When we dispatch this like create paintings, it will update the state because we're gonna go into our reducer and update the state, and then when it updates the state, it'll update this component should re-render, right? Because it's getting, oh, well, it's not gonna re-render right away, right? Because we're only getting get paintings on when it did mount. So where else could we put this props like get paintings?
Inside the handle submit, right? No.
The what?
Inside the handle submit? Do you?
Yeah. Actually, okay. I'm also asking this question because I'm not actually 100% sure where it should be, because it could, like, it will update. Okay, how about let's I'm sorry. Let's write the Redux stuff first, and then we'll come back. Because it could go into the handle submit. Like when we handle submit, we want to refresh and get the paintings again. But this post will also update our state, and I'm not entirely sure if it will, like, because the state of this component is updated, will it automatically render? So let's test it. So let's move some Redux. Let's start writing some Redux stuff. Okay, so it's gonna be in here, right? Because we're talking about our piece of state called paintings. So we're gonna say,
oh yeah, I didn't know we didn't. I forgot we didn't do that part.
okay, so we're gonna do basically the same thing that we wrote here. Onstres equals await Axios.post to this route with the painting info. Oh, right. So how are we going to get this painting info? Let's say we're going to take it like as an argument to this function. So we're going to say, like, we're going to pass this object into our dispatch function. So let's remember to do that. And then after we do that, we're going to dispatch this data.
My mind has been completely blown right now. I can't do that for nothing.
Wait, what happened?
I didn't know how to pass a state into it, and I could just do an argument with a painting.
Ah, I see.
So I left it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh."
I see.
Really? This is so exciting.
Well, now you know.
No, I know. I tell you, I was like, okay, tomorrow we'll know.
So, can someone remind me? Can you tell me how we're going to update the state here in our subreducer for when we add a new painting?
So we got to like spread something and add it in.
Okay. Yeah, wait, because we're in a subreducer, so we're gonna take, yeah, right, because it's on state. So we're gonna spread in state dot painting. So that's all the old. Wait a second.
No, you only do state and then you just add the.
Well, there's no.
Yeah,
the initial state is just an array.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's look it up.
I didn't know how to do it, so I just made my initial states into like an object and had like the keys in there.
Yeah. I normally don't do like a subreducer, so that's why I'm like a little I'm a little rusty on how a subreducer is. Okay, so I don't want to do object of a sign. Okay, let's look at the Redux checkpoint.
No, I think you can just spread the state and then just add and then do comma action, and then the name of that action.
Like action dot
painting.
Painting.
Yeah. I think that's
yeah, because it's gonna get it here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
So let's do Basil 2. No, Basil 2. 2020. Submit. Okay. We posted it, but what is? Oh, we're not even dispatching anything. Okay. Okay, let's focus. I'm like getting really confused. Okay, so we're gonna export this. We gotta get this and bring it to all paintings. Wait. So we know this function will need painting info as a argument. So we're also gonna want to make sure we're passing it here. So we're going to do, instead of calling our Axios post here, we're gonna want to do instead this props create painting with the painting info.
Oh my god, he'll pass out. This is it.
Okay, Basil 3. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. So it did work. So we did. Okay. Here I'm really showing that, like, as your fellow, I've also just adjusted. I'm a new engineer because I'm shocked that this immediately worked. So let's call this like sunflowers. Yeah. Okay. So this is working. Yay. Wow. Okay. That's great. Oh, and then we're also getting a little ESLint thing because we're not awaiting anymore in this function. We're only awaiting like in our thunk, so we don't need to write async there. Okay, so another thing. Okay, we've done this, so now we're gonna celebrate that this is working. Hooray! I'm really happy that this worked. Okay, so the next functionality, like the last thing you probably want to do with the handle submit, is make sure we're clearing these inputs after we submitted. So does anyone want to tell me how we do that?
You set the state for the beginning for everything, for nothing inside the info.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we're gonna do this dot set state, and we're gonna say name is gonna be this, and year is gonna be, okay. What do you guys think, right? Because we have year as 0, and that makes it so the initial value here is 0. I feel like that doesn't really make any sense. I feel like it might be okay to just say it is an empty string, and when we pass this dot state dot year, maybe we just want to like convert it to like a number. That's sort of like that's sort of neither here nor there. Like that's not such an important detail, but that's just kind of like something to consider. Like, what is the default value that's in here? You another way to do that is like in your Sequelize model. You could also like, you know, before the value is set, like it gets like coerced into a number type or integer type, whatever. But again, that's like sort of like another like another like nitpicky type detail. Okay, so we're gonna do it. Another painting. Let's say this is 1996. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this works really good. Sweet. Okay, so that's our form to add a new painting. Before we move on to the next thing, does anyone have any questions?
I guess.
Okay. Okay, so we said we would do our post. Oh, let's do a delete. Okay. So a delete is gonna be like somewhat similar in this process. Again, like it probably is best practice to move this into another component because right, this is getting kind of hairy. Like I would probably move all this form stuff to another component, and I'd probably move like the single painting to another component. But just for the sake of the demo, and so we could like move quickly, I'm just gonna put it all together. So I'm gonna say this is a button, and then we're gonna say delete. Missing an explicit type attribute. What is the type? Button? Okay. Huh?
I think type submit.
So we're submit?
Like on the button type?
Yeah, like submit would be...
Or just not mine?
Like button type, I guess like we did button type submit here because this is like a form, but this is gonna be like a button that like does something. So I think like type button is fine. Normally I only do like type like a type for when it's like submit, but I don't really, it's just like an ESLint thing. So
okay.
Yeah. Like it would like you could not, you don't have to put type button, but I was getting like a little like syntax warning.
Yeah, that happened to me too. And I was just like, okay, I'll just put like whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have our type button and okay, so there's a few things here, right? So when we delete, we're gonna need the ID of the painting we're gonna delete. And like for the submit, like when we clicked submit, it triggered the submit on the form. But there's no like form has an on submit, but there's no such thing on like a div where I could say like on delete. So I'm gonna say my approach for this would be to create a on change or like an on click here that would trigger like a handle. I would say call it something like handle press delete. That would do something there. That handle press delete or whatever would need to get the ID of the painting as an argument, which is fine, right? Because we are getting the painting.id here when we map it out. So I think it'll be okay. So the first part is let us write our Redux. Let's write our Redux. All this Redux stuff. Oh, also let me commit.
I like that thing that you did like feature and then you do like a column. I know you could do columns into the commits, but I never tried. So
yeah, this is sort of like I remember how the other day I was saying like I got in trouble like during my senior project because I wrote really bad commit messages. So this is sort of like, oh, they're like I had to like really train myself to remember to write feature, or like sometimes you could write like bug or something, because it just like makes it easier for like when you're working on a team for other people to see like what is the nature of the work you just committed.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do our const. Working on deleting a painting, so we're gonna say deleted. Okay, I'm also realizing that this shouldn't be create painting if we're gonna keep the theme of these like ones related to thunks will all be past tense, but that's fine. Painting. Say export const delete painting. We're gonna get the painting ID. Oops. going to return dispatch. And this, we might, for the delete we can send back something. We don't have to. I'm gonna just say, like, for now, we'll imagine that it will return something. It will send something back in our delete route. And that's going to go to /API/paintings. Oh, we also have to write the route. So
Yeah.
one sec. Let me just write this part out, because we can kind of like think about like what it's gonna be. So we could say, like, we want to go to API/painting/ to that specific painting. And then we're gonna dispatch the not created, just delete. Wait, did I write the action config? Okay. Const deleted. Oh, okay. So this is not going to get the painting ID, right? We don't care about the painting ID for the reducer, but we do. Okay, yes. When we delete, we do want to get the painting back, right? Because we're gonna have to update the state in our reducer. So it's gonna be like this one. Like, remember how we added it? So we're gonna have basically like filter out like everything that is not the painting we just deleted. So we're gonna dispatch deleted painting with the painting. Not the painting, with the res.data. Okay, so then we'll go down here and we'll say case deleted painting. And then, okay. So we're gonna basically return everything that's in state, and then we're gonna do like basically like filtered paintings here. So we could say const filtered. I'm just gonna call this filtered for brevity. Is gonna be basically state dot paint. Wait a second. It's not gonna be state dot painting. So we're in a subreducer, right? So we're gonna be state dot filter, right? Because we're talking about like this state, this piece of state. Also, this is fine. I for when I do Redux, I always do the no case declarations, because it's sort of like you will have to do something like this. So when we're gonna look at each painting, we want every painting that's not where the painting ID is not the action. Oh no. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry. So we could do action.painting.id, but we could also say, like, back up here when we created our action creator, we could also just pass the painting ID, since that's the only thing we need to do the filter. But this is fine as well. Okay, so okay, I'm sorry I'm doing this kind of in a weird, like, backwards way, because we still haven't written the route. In practice, you should write all the routes to begin with for all the processes you'll need to do. I like to work just, if I'm doing backend, I just do backend like all day, or whatever for the morning, and then just like get my mind in that mindset, and then like in the afternoon I'll switch to like front end stuff. But don't it's fine for just this demo, but in real life, this is not the ideal way to work.
Yeah, it was weird because they had in the specs, they have all the front end stuff at the beginning.
Yeah.
I still started at the back end, but it was just weird to have like going backwards, going from the bottom up.
Yeah, I would say you should start back end first, right? Because it's like you can't like get data, you can't render out data that you don't have.
Yeah.
But it also depends, because sometimes like it might be helpful to just start with some like dummy data. I guess it's also like contextually, like what's the what's the best like way to go about it. Okay, so can you guys tell me, how can I delete this painting?
That's right.
Yeah, painting Okay, and then what do I pass in here?
The ID? No. Yeah, where ID is ID. So like where destroy where the ID is equal that painting ID, but you have to get the params, like recta params that painting ID.
Like
yeah,
this. Cool. And then we did say, right, we're gonna send back, delete this ID, and then the response is gonna be the deleted painting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's send back that deleted painting. Do you guys know if the destroy like returns something? Let's look it up, because I'm actually not 100% sure.
Oh, I think it returns like just the integer 1. If it does get destroyed, it will give you back 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's why I keep getting that code so wrong.
Okay, so maybe we don't. Okay, so let's not send back the deleted painting rights, because that's not helpful. But maybe we could just send back the painting ID, because we need the painting ID to be able to filter down here. And then here, we're not. So res.data is not going to be the painting. It's going to be the painting ID. So let's make sure we change that here. And action.painting ID. Okay. Cool. So we have all this Redux stuff and our route set up. So I think we're okay now to import this from our file, our Redux file into our all paintings file. And we need to make sure we add it to the map dispatch. And we know that we need the ID, so we could say painting ID is going to be the argument, and then we're going to dispatch that painting with the painting, dispatch delete painting with the painting ID. Okay, and then we said we are going to make a on-click handler here. I'm going to call this one like handle delete, and it's going to have to be bound. Because there's really a lot of stuff you got to do with Redux. Okay, so handle delete is gonna delete, and it's gonna take a ID, and that ID is gonna come from painting.id. Oh wait, no, it's gonna wait. Wait a second. Should this be? Well, I guess the argument name doesn't matter. It's just like it's gonna get an ID, and it's going to get the painting.id here.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Wait, what am I missing here? Painting ID.
I think you pass the delete that into the delete from the bottom, the one that you dispatch inside the handle ID, and that's what's gonna have that painting.
So like here, like
not there in that
here
in the handle delete function that you maybe.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna okay. So we're gonna get the painting ID here. Okay. And
maybe not.
So this one, hang on. So it's gonna get the painting. Sorry, I guess I'm just getting a little confused, right? Because the painting ID is here, and we do want to pass it to this function, which is so that's right here. But we also have to specify that there is gonna be. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This is gonna be empty because normally this like argument is reserved for something like E, where the E is coming from like it's emitted from on-click. But in this case, we don't care about E, we only care about the painting ID.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So do we pass E in the handle?
For now, I don't think we'll need E, because we don't need it for E.prevent default, and we don't need it for here. Like this one is specifically we need the E.target. This one we only need the painting ID.
Okay.
So let's see if that works. We're gonna do when you click hand to delete, we're gonna call this .props. What did I call it? Delete painting? Delete painting. With that painting ID. Okay, so let's see if this works and not give us a huge error. Okay, each child should have a unique key prop.
Oh, you have to add a key prop to the button, right?
That should just be here. Like this is the key prop. Maybe because we are deleting something and now, I wonder if the IDs are shifting. Because like if we, hang on, because we did delete a painting. Before we had, oh wait, what? Before we had 8 paintings, now we have 9 paintings. Okay, something has gone awry. We have, what's repeated here? What's this? Okay, so we have messed up something in Redux, where we have put the entire state object of paintings as another item here. Let's take another look at our reducer. So it's not going to be state. Oh, sorry. We're not going to return state again. We don't care about the old stuff. We're just going to return just the filtered. Like just this filtered array. So let's try this again. Okay, let's try to delete Basil 3. Okay, yeah.
Yay.
Yay! Okay, sweet. Okay, let's delete all these paintings.
Awesome.
Yay! Okay, sweet. So that's the delete.
Would you mind going back just to see how you did for you don't have to update the page, because I couldn't do that.
Like to do the, you mean like refresh the page?
Yeah, because I could delete, but I had to refresh the page to show it.
I see. Okay, so to sort of like show like what's the like structure here. So we have to remember that React components will re-render when the state is updated. And in this component, we do have some state, but it's just the local state that's relative to the form. The state that is responsible for rendering out that list of paintings, we are getting from this.props.paintings, right? So for example, when we delete a painting, hang on, let me just, so when we press delete, we are dispatching this thunk called delete painting. This goes into our back end and deletes the painting and then dispatches deleted painting. So this is like the important part in regards to not having to refresh. When we dispatch deleted painting, it goes into this case, it filters it out, and then it returns filtered. And this line here when we're returning filtered, that's updating the state, like the entire state in our store. That's like updating this piece of state. And because now this piece of state has been updated, this means that the state that is relative to this component, that's also updated, meaning that we can, that's how we trigger this whole thing to re-render.
And what was that error that you're getting? Because I got a lot of times that error, the key in the child key. And I thought it was like the key in the button, like Angie said.
The error I was getting, well, it was kind of a strange error because like what we accidentally wrote before in this reducer was like we were copying our entire state over again. And then also the filtered array, which was not the right thing to return. I think what was happening was that, because it was saying something like you can't have the key repeated. So I think maybe what was going on was that there was the things in our state here, but then there was also another key. There was also another like object in here. Oh no, there's also another like value in here that was an array of objects. And I think it was kind of reading that as like a repeated key, because there was like objects in there that had the same ID as like
had two IDs in the same state then, in the same piece. So it was reading like two IDs in this case, and then was that?
Yeah, like I think it was just getting some confusion, because it's more like that error about the key is just like detecting that there is a repeated ID. So I think it's just because we had it twice inside of our state.
Okay, so first you returned one state inside another state. This is what you did.
Yeah. Yeah, so before this was like, I was getting kind of confused because I basically copied everything in our state here, and then I put in the new array, this filtered array again. So it's basically like everything here, like the 8 paintings that were here before, and then like another thing that was like I can kind of show like what happened there.
Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I did. Now I know why mine wasn't working then. Yeah.
You see, I have this, each child should have a unique key prop. It's because I'm getting like this, I think it's just getting like some weirdness where I have 9, 10, and then an array where I have 9 again. So I think it's just detecting like I have like repeated IDs.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so that's delete, and that's a delete without having to refresh. Let's go back to our to-do list. Okay, so that's that. Does anyone have any questions and other questions about the delete? Okay, so we're gonna do the put, which I am going to have to look up some stuff regarding how to do that with Sequelize, and then we can do it. So, or unless someone wants to tell me, but we can also just look.
Which one? The update?
Yeah, the update. We want instances. Okay, updating.
You mean how to do the route?
Yeah, let's this time let's kind of do it how we should do it, where we start from the back. Let's do the route first and then move to the front end. Okay, so way 1 is we're gonna do task.title. The equivalent call using update looks like this, task.update. Okay, so I guess we're gonna find, right, okay, tell me guys if this sounds right to you. So we're gonna find the instance we wanna update. We're gonna save it to a variable. Then we're gonna call .update on it with the, well, actually we could do it like this, where we do like the instance .name equals like some new name.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, task.updates. Task.update title. Let's do it like this. I don't like this task dot because it's, I guess it is an object, but I think this is like kind of clear, more clear, like what we're doing here. Okay, let's stretch. We were extremely long demo, but it's fine because this is the last part. And I think after we do this, I feel like we're where we have done all the operations of a CRUD app. I just closed my.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna review all of that again.
Okay. So let's write our route. So we're gonna do router.put, and we want the specific painting ID again. We're gonna do async rec res next. Same thing, try, catch, error, pass the error to next. Okay, so we can imagine we want to get the thing we're trying to update. So we could say to be updated is gonna be await painting dot find by PK, and it's going to rec dot params dot painting ID. If we follow what they say here, we can do okay, we could do to be updated dot update, and we're gonna update. I guess you would need to say like, let's say for now, because we could say like a variable of what is to be updated, but let's say for now, let's just try to update the name. The name is gonna be rec dot body. Oh, let's do it like this. We'll do fonts.
Like the ID. No, you have to each thing, right?
The what?
In order to update it, you have to add every single thing that you want. Every single thing that you want to update inside that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I believe. So you know how we did like in our component where we did like this syntax here where we do like the e.target name. I believe you can do something here where it's like if I had name here, it would put name here. But I'm not entirely sure at the moment. So
It's
like
okay.
we could say like we could just say like, hang on.
I don't mind the long way. I just want to know the way that works.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Okay, cool.
like
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
like yeah, because we could say like I mean I guess you could say like title would also be like rec.body.title, but for now I'm just gonna worry about updating the name. Mostly because it is probably like this case is probably what you're only gonna have to worry about tomorrow. But there, you know, also in like the pillars, there was a case where it was like if there is no title, but that like that part, I feel like when I saw your guys like work, like I think you guys like kind of got like what was being said there. So we'll just do it like this. And we also have to wait this.
Is it okay if you just put rec.body in the update, or is it better to like specify like what got updated?
I would say, well, for now, since our like our data is so simple, like we could say rec.body, like if we are just passing the name. But I think just to be explicit, I would say that the name is being updated, right? Because what if there's a case where I'm not like let's say there was a case where I sent back something in the rec.body, but like if I only want to update name, like if I only care about the update name, I could put like an if statement here. That way, like we're only like we're only gonna do like this like update if it's explicitly here. But again, that's just a matter of like, sorry.
Oh, sorry. So you're saying like if only with like a few things, it's probably better to like deconstruct it and like update it specifically. But if it's a lot, then just do rec.body.
Yeah, because well, I guess the thing is like, yeah, I mean either way would work. I personally like when I'm writing code, I like to be more explicit, like about what's going on. So I would write it like this. But like if you know if you're trying to save some lines, like let's say there was like you know like so many like keys here, like maybe if it's too many, maybe it makes more sense just to put rec.body.
Yeah, because I just had to like console log what my rec.body was giving me because I didn't deconstruct it like your way. So next time, yeah, that's a good hit.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
What's going on here?
Wait, you said something really important. So in that part before, when you were explaining to Wilda, when you do like if you don't want something to show, you just do if not, you just do it right there. You can do it in the back end. You just do like if not this.
Yeah, right. Like if I said like, okay, I want to also update my title, for example. But like let's say I send a body that has no title attached to it. I don't even want to like start doing this, right? Because I might get an error. Because I might say like, oh, there's no like, sorry, if this was like title, like if I said update name and title, but there is no title attached, like I would probably get an error because there's no Like it would be undefined. So like this is sort of like, I don't know, could also be sort of like a way to avoid bugs by being more explicit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did they expect us to like do the checks on the project that we just did?
If it didn't explicitly say so, probably not.
Okay, darn.
Yeah. A lot of the, I think it's good to do it. In like, I guess in regards to like how you might handle this during like senior phase projects, and also like real life projects, a lot of the times you might not even like think about it until you get like a nasty bug. So it's sort of like kind of like a proactive measure to like check that things are there.
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my advice. But again, like it's all like contextual. Like I like to write it like this because I like to, know what's happening. Because I get very overwhelmed. So I like to write it like this.
Yeah, I like it your way better too.
Sorry, I'm thinking about what we need to do here. We probably want to send back this updated painting. Does anyone know the status code for like a successful put?
So 204? No.
204? Let's see.
I don't know.
Let's see, 204. No content. HTTP successful.
I have it here. I looked at it earlier, I think. Oh, I didn't.
Oh, wait, 204. So didn't we just look up 204? Okay, so you can use it for delete or put. I'm going to say 200. And then we'll send back our updated. My Slack is really loud in my ear. Oh, but I have do not disturb on. Okay. Updated. Okay, I think this will work. This is a case that I am going to open up Postman because I feel confident in my knowledge, but I don't feel confident in my knowledge now at the end of the day. So,
it's almost 5. It's like your brain is already like down, like done. Yeah. This is a great study section. I'm so thankful for this because if not, I was just gonna be turned into debug and understand.
Well, I'm glad this is helpful despite like the gaps in my knowledge.
You're doing amazing.
Thank you. Okay, let's. Come on, Postman. Does Postman like open up really slowly for you guys? Because I feel like every time I open it, it takes like mad long.
I had even the same error that you were having when you were trying to reload with the project. I have the same thing happening to me when I was in the project. So I think it's just everybody's.
Yeah. API/paintings. Let's do. Oh, I guess what's in our thing now? We deleted all the paintings. Okay, we only have one painting with ID 9. Okay, so let's try to update that. And we're gonna do a put. And we expect the body. This is from last time.
Perfect.
And we're gonna say the name. Let's say super. Right, because we want the name. We want rect.body on name. We're gonna get the painting by the ID, which is here. Then we're gonna update it, and we should get the updated painting back. Okay, let's try it. Okay, this is not a good sign. Oh, yeah, okay, wait, here it is. Okay, we have updated it. Let's see if that's reflected here. Oh yeah, okay, nice. Okay, so I need to stop being so down on myself.
Yes.
So this was working. Awesome. I'm happy about that. So now we have our route working. Now we have to get it to work on the front end. So, okay, there's a few ways we could do this. Can you guys remind me in your JPFP, did they make you have like a form page or was the form Like,
yeah, you have to make a form.
Yeah, we had to make it as a separate component.
Oh boy. Okay. Maybe we won't do that because that might take a while. Maybe we could do. How can we do this?
Can you just like add the same? Just add that form in the bottom and then just put.
Yeah, like what it like. Okay, let's make it like yeah. Let's do it like really ugly, right? Like let's just put a form here, like for every. I don't know if that's a good idea.
You call it the same form without the what's it called? Without the button. Yeah. Not without the button, without the thing, what's it called?
Oh, like the controlled form.
Yeah, the one that you already used for the polls. You can just use that again and then just do maybe you can just use that again.
Oh yeah, because that makes sense, right? Because we want wait a second.
No, like just like comment that form and then put it there for now. Like I said.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So we'll use yeah. Okay, hang on. Let's write the form first. Okay, okay, this is terrible practice, folks. Don't ever write a form like this, please. Okay. All right, so we're gonna have some inputs. Maybe we could do an uncontrolled form. Let's do an uncontrolled form, just so we can finish this demo. And we're gonna say the value of our input is gonna be painting.name, right? And we're gonna make a onSubmit. That's gonna be, let's make that function. So we're gonna say handle edit, and the handle edit is gonna take the painting ID again, and it's gonna do something here. I think we'll do the same thing where we do it in this component first and then do Redux stuff, just for simplicity. So just, like you got a bad component when you're like, let's just do this for quote unquote for simplicity. This dot handle edit dot find. Okay. So we're gonna say on submit, we're gonna do this dot handle edit, and it's gonna get the painting dot ID. And okay, let's save. Let's see. Let's just make sure that this is like rendering, because now this component is getting very large. Okay, we're gonna see a terrible looking form. Ugh. Okay, here's the form for our super cool painting. Okay, let's just not look at that. So let's just forget about that error for now. And we're gonna say,
beautiful.
Wait, what?
I said it's beautiful.
Yeah. So, okay, we're gonna say, okay, to do an update, we said we need to pass the name, like whatever, like the name in the rec.body. So, oh boy. Okay, we do need state. Okay, we can't, this needs to be a controlled form, right? Because we need to grab that value from state. Like technically, I guess we could grab this value, the new value, but I think that's gonna be more confusing. So let's just make a new, yeah, okay. Let's just make a new piece of state here. Let's just call this like edit name. And we can do, I think we can reuse the handle change. We're just gonna have to say that name equals edit name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do a on change. Okay. And the value is gonna not be painting.name, but it's gonna be, oh boy. So how are we gonna do this, right? Because we want the value to be this dot state dot edit name, but we want the default value of this to be like the name of the painting.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with it. just doing it.
Yeah. Maybe we could say, okay, let's say, okay, this is bad. Again, don't write a form like this. Let's say like whatever we enter here will be what's gonna be edited here, and then we could figure out like the UX of this like terrible form after. So let's do the button. Okay, cool. Why is this not? I like rely on my like autocomplete, and when it doesn't work, it's like really frustrating. Because I'm like, okay, well, cool. Now I gotta write this whole thing over again. Okay, so let's refresh. This is fine. This is getting updated in our edit name state. Oops. Okay, edit name. Okay, so we're gonna say when we press submit when we submit, it's gonna call this.handle edit with the painting ID. Okay, let's do it in Axios first here. So we're gonna say, okay, first thing, oh wait, we're also gonna need to pass E. Okay, we're gonna pass E as the first argument, and then the painting ID is the second argument. We also needed the e.prevent default, right? Because we're submitting something here, so it will trigger a refresh. Then we want to do an Axios call. Axios.put to./API. Oops. We want /API/paintings/painting ID. And we want to include some information. So we could say like const new painting info equals, and we're gonna make an object that has, we're just gonna care about the name for now, and that's on this.state.edit name. And we're gonna pass that body in here. Oops. Oh wait, we need to mark this async. Then, wait, dot put. Are we missing something here? So we're gonna go here into this put route. We're gonna do it. Oh, and then let's just console log res.data to see if it did get updated. And then like we can handle this like refresh stuff after. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I want to call this like edited name, submit. Okay, so we got this back. Let's refresh. Okay, cool. So that's, we have successfully edited the name in a somewhat like not the best manner of writing it, but that's kind of like the idea, right? Like you're gonna have to get, like if we imagine this is in a separate component, like you would hold the value of that input in state, then you would do basically an Axios put request and then attach that information. So like, it's, like when I'm doing like, especially a put, which in my opinion is kind of complicated for me to remember, like all the different steps, like I like to have these two open together because I want to see like, what is this route expecting? How can I get rec.body to look like how can I get what I'm attaching to my put request to look like what I'm expecting rec.body to look like? So yeah. Do you guys have any, sorry?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So if this is in a second, like a different component, like our form is in a different component, our handle edit, like that whole function, is that still going to be, is that going to be in like the form component?
Our handle edit would be,
or is it going to be in like our all paintings component and then passed down to the form?
Ooh, I think handle edit, I'm trying to imagine like this architecture. I think handle edit would still be in the form, right? Because if this is a separate page, like we don't really care about the state. Because like if the all Well, I guess the add campus form is in a different component too, right? The handle edit really only cares about the new information you're putting in your edit form. So I think it would be good in that like separate component. And then like you would do it through Redux, so it would update the state. Yeah, I think I would say it would go in the edit form component.
Okay, so we would like do it in Redux. Yeah, because that's what I did. I was just confused. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I think that's how it'd go. I'm just like imagining like this because the JPFP kind of has like a weird, complicated structure. But that's what I imagine it would be like.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 5 o'clock. I think, honestly, I feel like from here, I think this is fine. Like the next step would be to do this in Redux, but we have done that for the create, read, and delete. Do you guys feel like okay about how you would write this part in Redux, or do you want to see me do that?
If you can.
Yeah, okay, let's do it like, let's do it really quick. Because I think it is a little weird. So let's just try it.
Like in theory, I would say, yeah, of course. I can go and try it. But after doing this JPEG, I realized, no.
Update. Oh wait, hang on. We're doing the past tense, updated. And we're gonna do a const updated. We want the painting ID. Yeah, let's just we just care about the painting. Oh no, we care about the new painting, right? Because we want to update that array with that new paint, with that new version of the painting. Okay, so cool. We did the action type. We did the action creator. Let's write our thunk. Painting. It's gonna get the painting ID. This one's gonna get the painting ID as an argument. And then because we want to know like which painting we're updating. And then our inner function, async dispatch. We're going to await an Axios.put to API /paintings /painting ID. Oh, and we also want to include the information we're trying to update, right? So hang on, we need the painting ID, but we also need the information. We'll say the info. And we're going to pass the info as the body. And then we're going to dispatch updated painting with the painting, or not the painting, it's going to be res.data, because we're going to send that back, right? Because we're sending back that updated painting as JSON. Then we're going to go down here, and we're going to do cases updated painting, and then we're going to return same thing here, right? We're going to return everything that was in state before, and then action dot painting. Well,
I guess you could just call it updated painting, so that you know, but is it the same thing? It does that for me, right? Just doesn't refresh.
Wait, hang on, I'm kind of thinking like, if we put everything that was in state before, that would mean like the old version and then plus the new version. So actually it would not be like, we probably have to do something like this, like a map, right? Because we need all the paintings, but for the one that we did update, yeah, for the one we did update, we want to return the new version, right? So let's do like state.map, and for each painting, if the painting.id is equal to the painting that was included on our action, then we want to return action.painting, right? Because we want to return the new one. Otherwise, the ones that we didn't, like, that don't, like, aren't the painting updated, we just want to return the painting.
Wow. Wow.
And then from here, then we want to do, we don't even want to copy our state. We just want the whole updated paintings.
Wow. Cool.
I think this will be fine. Right, does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so now let's go, let's take our update paintings. Same thing, dispatch it. And we need, what did we say we need for this one? Update paintings is the painting ID and the info. And then we're gonna dispatch update painting with that painting ID and the info. Oh wait, and we also need to import this.
That the same way, how do you keep the same, you know how they say to keep the information in the state? Is that like you pass it through, you just set the state to be that information that was before, to keep the like name with the current name so that person just edit instead of like see a blank. You know how we have the form now is blank, the update?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, do you just have to set the state with the current information?
Yeah, like I could put here like you mean like in this part?
Yeah. Do I just have to set like edit name to like name or like?
Yeah, I let's see. I'm not sure if this will break it. Let's try. I wonder if you have to do like this dot name.
Maybe, probably, yeah.
Let's see. Because it's okay. It's kind of like a different. This is kind of like weird, right? Because we're doing it like in the same component. But like I guess you could pass down. No, like you could pass down the name. Like if this was a different component, you could pass down this dot state dot name to your form as a prop. I think that honestly, I think there's also like default value that's different from what you get on state. Yeah, I wonder if you could try default value. So like I think you would use this. Like there could be a value and also a default value. That would be how you would handle this. But I'm not really exactly sure at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Forms are very annoying. So okay, let's, instead of doing our Axios call here, let's do a update painting with the painting. What did we expect? Painting ID and then the info. So we get the painting ID, which we already passed as an argument before, and then our new painting info. We'll pass that too. Okay. What's the okay, then we're not awaiting anything anymore, so you get rid of these things. Okay, so now my VS Code is really running slowly. Okay, let's say that's fine. Let's just refresh here and see if it still works. I got a little error here, but let's try. Okay, we updated. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you see, like I've updated the name here, so I could say like newer name. Wow, this is really working. Yeah. Okay. So that's how like by putting this, like again, like the same thing with the post and the lead. By putting this information into Redux, we're able to like update the state when we do things, which would trigger a re-render for our component. Cool. So that's that. Hang on. Let me think. I think that's all. Does anyone have any questions?
I think you're awesome. Thank you.
I think, okay, let me stop. I think I'm gonna stop. I should stop now because it's already 5:15. How do I stop sharing my screen? Wait. How? Okay, wait, pause, share.
If you got rid of the controls, you can hit escape.
Okay, I have the controls.
Oh, okay.
Do you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, resume. Stop. I don't want to like, I just don't actually want to stop the recording. Maybe stop share. Okay, hello. Do you still see my screen?
Yeah. No.
Okay, all right, guys. I think that's good. I think that's a lot of review. I will upload this recording. I don't know how long it will be because I think this is a really long recording. And then I'll push up my repo. And if you guys have any other questions, just Slack me. I know it's already the end of the day. If you have a question like after 6, like I could respond, but just probably a little like late, a little like delayed answer. Cool. So I'm gonna go. I'm my feet are really tired because I have a standing desk, so I'm like
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
But like now I've got really strong calves. Like after the weeks of being remote, because I just stand at my desk all day.
Oh man.
Okay guys. I don't know if they're still what they're doing in the other rooms, but I'm gonna stop this recording and I will close this. Well, I'm gonna leave the breakout room. If you guys want to still hang out in here, that's fine. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mika, for
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
I hope that was helpful for everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.